so today we're going to be doing some pretty basic pistol drills here. We got my p320, and I'm also going to do some drills with my carry gun, my 365. What we're going to do is just initial target acquisition drills. So from either the holstered, unholstering, and acquiring the target first shot, or weapons already out, up and acquiring the first shot. So just going to be one shot at a time, reacquire one shot. Okay, so let's start from here, and then we're going to move to unholstering. We're going to take our time slowly with this one first. Okay, that was 5 rounds. Most of them were pretty much in that red or the next outer black circle. One flyer in the high left, but again, we're not going super fast either. Let's try some from holstered and then unholster one shot. Okay. Not too bad. That's a good drill for just getting that shot on target. So you might not have enough time to get a good sight picture, and make sure your dots are aligned and hit that dude. He's running at you. You just want to make sure you hit him and he goes down before he gets to you. So this is something good to practice. I have, hopefully y'all can see, I have a carry set up for like a outside the waistband carry. We'll call it duty carry. But if I'm out in town carrying, I'm going to have an appendix carry concealed. You won't be able to know that I'm carrying. So let's try some with my concealed carry setup. And just to show y'all real quick, this was what I just did with the p320. And besides maybe one flyer down low, all of these were within a hand size shooting at someone's chest, and that was with pretty quick target acquisition. So training that will definitely help you get on target and attack that target quickly if you need to. Let's change it out, and we'll start with the p365 now. So now we're going to be doing some training with the p365. This little sucker right here, this is the X actually, so it's a bit larger, but I love this thing to death. And this one does have a hollow sun on it, green dot. So one thing that I have to train through, I usually don't train with red dots on my pistols. This is the only red dot I have on any pistol. So I need to train with it more often to become more proficient with it, because this is what I carry. So here we'll do some training, we'll do some target acquisition from the holstered, and then see if I can get this thing to run decent. Alright, so we have 8 rounds in the gun, and we're at 8.5 yards from our target. Let's do a unholster 2 shots. Ooh, that's rough. That's something I need to work on. Again, 2 shots. Two shots. Yeah, not as fast as at all with a red dot. Try it again. Yeah, for like acquiring that red dot quickly, it's a little bit difficult for me just because I'm not too used to it. I can still protect myself if I need to, still hit somebody, but that seems to be around the same grouping as with my p320. It's just not as easy to find that dot. So one thing to note is if you have a good natural position, if you're squared off on your target and you're squared off directly at him, if you push this thing out straight and you start pulling the trigger, you're gonna hit him. Okay? I mean, if you practice enough, if your natural point of aim and your stance is squared off, you will hit them. You don't need to use, you barely even need to use your sights. So most of the time, you could be looking right over your sights and hit what you need to hit. For example, most of the shooting I just did with my p320, I didn't use any sights at all. I didn't gain a good sight picture. It was pretty much a point aim. It wasn't like a sight picture aiming. So this one though, it makes it to where you kind of need to find that dot. Or you just press it out, center that slide pretty much. You can also point with your thumbs, point at your target, and hit them that way. All right, let's get some more shots with this p365. One thing to know, if you're wondering, should you carry with one in the chamber or not? Watch this. Okay. How much quicker was that? Okay. And I don't, if you're in a high stress situation, I'm just here chilling at the range. Okay. If someone's actually coming at me with a damn knife or a gun, anything, bare hands, they're running at you, they can close that distance pretty quick. I don't want to be sitting here, click, oh shit, I didn't rack my gun, or I don't have a one in the chamber. Then you have to rack it, and that's if he's not already on you, okay? Carry with one in the chamber. Don't, if you're not comfortable enough with a gun, with a loaded gun, carrying it, I would say train with that weapon first more often before you even start carrying it, or carry it in a different way to where it's, you know, safer. Also, until that time, you can get pistols with a manual safety, if that's your thing, but I do not see the reason to carry without being ready to go, because that's the point of having a pistol you're carrying, is in a moment's notice, you're going to be ready to do what you need to do to protect yourself and those around you. Now let's start in a bit more scarier situation. Say you're already right up on somebody and you see them, boom, pull out a knife right here, and they're right next to you within arm's reach. You need to be able to pull your gun out and get rid of that threat, you know, this close, while making distance if you can. So let's train on that a little bit. So as soon as I see knife, I'm going to pull and I'm going to get 2 shots. I'm going to do, as soon as I get this thing out, far enough away from me to where I feel comfortable, I'm going to start letting rounds go, okay? But at the same time, I'm not just going to go one-handed. I'm going to let rounds go and meet my hand up. If you're not comfortable with that, if you want to train slower first, which is probably the better idea, train just boom, boom, boom. You know, dry fire it, whatever you need to do, train it first before you get more advanced, I guess, defense techniques. So, try this. Knife! See, I did a little push away. So we're just chilling here at the coffee shop, whatever. Knife! I think I got pretty good too. I mean, right here, the concussion alone, even if you miss him, that's going to suck. You're probably not going to miss him though this close. So, I don't know. Let's do some more. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do for training is shooting and moving. Okay. Once you feel comfortable unholstering, firing, and you're confident with that, then you could incorporate some moving if your range allows it wherever you're at. So, just like the up close, when I engaged, I shoved him away, I started engaging, and I moved off the X. Okay, you want, in the ideal situation, you want to get away from where you're currently at. So, if someone's trying to attack you, they're going to attack the last place they've seen you before they swing, or before they shoot. So, you want to get out of that last spot they've seen you before they start attacking. So what we're going to do, by the way, loving this p365. If y'all want to see a full video on this, let me know, because I would love to do that. what we're gonna do is get off the X. Okay, this specific training, we're just gonna do, I'm gonna unholster and start moving left. 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna do 3 rounds and just a side step. Yeah, let's start. Okay, contact. Ooh. Training. Contact. Scary, scary, scary. Whew. Need a different belt. All right. Contact. Okay. Last one. Contact. Not too bad. Do you see how training is important? Most people would take that out of me screwing up at first. You gotta leave it in there. That's the point of this. That's the point of this is training is, oh look, I just messed up. I should probably train this more often so that I don't fumble. You can see I grabbed it wrong. I didn't have a good enough grip on it. I kind of grabbed it at the further end down the grip here, and that could have cost you. So it might even be good to just sit here and practice draws. So let's do one more thing and then we'll move to trigger control training. All right, so we've seen a live example in this video already how important it is to train. What I was doing there with my, my shirt tucked in and it was basically exposed, it wasn't concealed. That was best case scenario, no interruptions, boom, and I still messed up. So most of the time you're probably gonna have to remove some kind of clothing on the outside to access that firearm if you're concealed carrying. So let's run through that first. I'm gonna do like 3 or 4 just dry runs of lifting up whatever article of clothing you have, draw your pistol out, push it out, fire. Every dot's really bright. Okay. We are empty, no mag. Just gonna straight dry run it for a couple rounds. Okay. So say we're just chilling here. Contact. Okay. Same thing, contact. You see, you could lose a bit of time there. Imagine if you had to do this and rack it and then shoot. It's ridiculous. See, in that time, I didn't even fire my dot very good. Okay. Let's do a run. I'm gonna do, I think I have 9 of it in here. Do 2 runs of 3 rounds. So I'm gonna pull it. I'll do 3 runs of 2 rounds. Pull it 2 rounds. Pull it 2 rounds. So. Also, if you're just getting into training in and out of a holster, which, and I'll admit, I don't train with my holster often. I usually just go around here and shoot, and I don't train purposefully, which I should do more often. Look while you're putting your weapon in your holster, okay? No one's gonna get mad or say, oh, look at you, look at this guy, you don't know how to holster his weapon. I'd rather you look and guide it in with your finger off the trigger, put it on the slide, whatever, then shoot something off that you want to stay on your body, okay? Same thing with holstering in the side. Once you're done shooting, look, guide it into that holster. Eventually you'll become so natural with it that you can just do it. Raining and windy out here. Alright, so let's get these drills going. Contact. See, fumble. Gotta work through it. Contact. Last one. Contact. So that's just something good to learn and train. If I did this a couple times a month, I'd probably be really good at it. Sometimes I just do it about once a month. So I should definitely train with it more, but now let's get into some trigger control. Okay, so now we're going to focus on trigger control and some accuracy. So we're still at the 8.5 yard mark. I put a little pasty over our other target. So there's a little tiny orange spot there. I'm just going to try as best I can to draw the weapon and 3 rounds. It's going to be 3 consistent rounds. So say you're going to be shooting a target at like 30 yards, 40 yards. This is what this training's for. You want to have that consistency and be able to slow it down and take those more precise shots, even with the pistol. Okay. So draw, normal draw, don't stress it. This is just training, and then you can get into faster repetitions if you want to. So I think I got, yeah. Okay. Draw 3 rounds. Okay. 1 was barely touching the orange. I don't know if y'all can see it, probably not. And then 2 to the bottom left, still within like the palm size circle there. Do it one more time. Still all within that same thing, that same circle, about a palm size. Now slow it down even more for this last one, okay? Oh yeah. That's pretty good. One more time. Slow it down. Okay. Let's go take a look. So, got a good chunk of them right there on the orange. A couple flyers, but again, that's within like the palm of your hand. So, most of these, when I did slow down and take my time, these were, there's like 4 right there, and then 5 on the outside. So, that's a good little trigger control drill you can run. Also, you could do several small targets and go between each target, which is what we're about to do next. All right, still at the 8.5 yard. We're gonna do 2 rounds on each of those small targets there. No draw, this is just focusing on trigger control. Nice and easy. I always rush it. I keep rushing. I mean, I hit the black on all of them and some of the orange, but that's one thing I have to work on. I'm so eager to just get in there and start working. So let's give the p320 some love too before we're done with this training here. All right, let's get some p320 action going. Same thing. Damn near the same result. Kind of crazy. So one more time. I mean, it's all on target. It's just kind of a little sprinkled around. So let's just get rid of this mag. So, looks like that'll do it for today, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. These are just some things that you can do to kind of help train defensive kind of training. Definitely get comfortable with what you're using first before you start, you know, pulling out of your holster. And if you do want to, like if you want to start training pulling out of your holster, do it dry first. So there's no rush. Do it dry. Get comfortable with it first before you start training like this. I have done it before, but you can see anyone can still fumble. So I had fun. Hope y'all liked it. Thanks for watching.